been so busy with school, singing, homework, all that kind of stuff, and I didn't have any time to make any cooking shows. But today, I want to make a cooking show for you guys. Pumpkin munchkins. They are delicious, and they're coated with the delicious cinnamon sugar on top of the munchkin. I have really wanted to make a cooking show, so now I'm on Christmas break, and I'm going to make a couple cooking shows for you guys. So let's get started. The things you will need will be a KitchenAid mixer, 2 large mixing bowls, and the KitchenAid mixer has to have the paddle attachment. You're going to need a whisk, a rubber spatula, and you're going to need measuring cups and measuring spoons. That is the utensils you'll be needing and the stuff you'll need to make it. And then for the ingredients, you're going to need packed brown sugar, you're going to need baking powder, vanilla extract, a cinnamon sugar coating, which is just sugar and cinnamon mixed together. You're going to need salt, 1 egg at room temperature, a can, I don't know how much, I think we're going to need a can, probably. We're going to need a can of mashed pumpkin, pumpkin pie spice, softened, 2 tablespoons of softened butter, and an all-purpose flour. Let's put it all together. Now, the first thing you're going to do is, in a mixing bowl, you're going to combine a cup of flour with your measuring cups. It's going to be a cup of flour. One cup of flour. You're going to put in baking powder. You're going to need 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, which is just a teaspoon and then ½ teaspoon. 1½ teaspoon. You're also going to be putting in 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. But if you don't have pumpkin pie spice, you mix together nutmeg, cinnamon, ground cloves, and cinnamon. Yeah, that's how you mix together if you don't have pumpkin pie spice. You're going to put it in. And then you're going to put in a 4th teaspoon of salt. By the way, I love the smell of pumpkin pie spice. For some reason, I just love it. It just smells like fresh. Then you're going to get your whisk, and you're going to whisk it together. Once you have whisked it all together, you are going to set it aside as your dry ingredients mixture. Now you're going to mix together 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a ½ cup of canned pumpkin, smells so good, and 2 tablespoons of softened butter. See? And then you're going to beat it with an electric stand mixer until it's nice and smooth. Okay, it's done, and it's light and fluffy, and it should look like this. Okay, so now we're going to beat in our other ingredients. I forgot to tell you, but you do need a tablespoon of milk. So what you're going to do is you're going to pour in 1 tablespoon of regular milk. Could be any kind of milk, but make sure it's not any flavored milk, like almond milk or something. You just want regular milk. Alright, and then you want to put in a ½ teaspoon of vanilla extract. Vanilla extract doesn't really taste that good when you just eat it raw, which is not really good to eat. But I'm putting a 4th teaspoon in. And then but it tastes really good and it flavors things well. Any kind, you can use pure imitation. And then the last thing you're gonna put in, oh, here it is 1 room temperature egg. Open it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so then you're gonna beat that until it's nice and smooth. Okay, it's done. Then you're gonna pick it up and you're gonna scrape down the sides with a rubber spatula. Okay, so then once you do that, alright, so I'm just gonna scrape down the sides a little bit more, just to make sure all the pumpkin mixture's in there. And now you're gonna get your dry ingredients. Now, once you got your dry ingredients mixture, which is the pumpkin pie spice, the flour, all that stuff, you know, like that stuff. And then then you're gonna pour in half of that mixture into the pumpkin mixture. And then you're gonna beat that on medium speed until it's smooth. Okay, so now it's nice and smooth. And I love using KitchenAid. I have a KitchenAid stand mixer. I have a KitchenAid food processor. I have tons of KitchenAid stuff, and that's my favorite brand of mixers and stuff. So once you did that, then you're just gonna pour in the rest of your dry ingredients. Then you're just gonna beat it until it's super smooth. Okay, so it's nice and smooth and fluffy, and this is what it looks like. It's really a good batter. Okay, now I'm just gonna scrape down the side so you have a nice batter. All right, so once you did that, you're gonna remove it from your KitchenAid mixer, and then we're gonna get to the baking part. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the baking part. I'm going to be using the Baby Cakes Cake Pop Maker, which is a great cake pop maker. It makes delicious cake pop, but also is helpful for making munchkins, which is what we're going to be making today. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to open up your Baby Cakes Cake Pop Maker, but it has to be ready and plugged in and heated up. And the green button will be on and it will say where the ready button is. Then you're going to pop it open. It's a little bit hot. Just be careful. Ooh, it's hot. And then you're going to get some nonstick baking spray, which is just flour and the butter. You could just use butter spray. And then you're going to spray the wells very well. Each one. Well, this is nonstick, but I just like to use it just in case. Now you're going to get a small spoon, and you're going to scoop in 2 very small spoonfuls of the pumpkin munchkin batter. And remember, these are going to rise but a little bit, but not too much. So you want to make sure you make them the height that you think is best. I think just making them and filling them all the way makes the best munchkins ever. Then you're just going to do that to all the rest of them, and then just keep repeating it until you have all your cake pops done. Cake munchkins, cake pop, whatever, cake balls done, and then I'll see you back. Okay, so they're all done, and they look so good. And now I rolled cinnamon powder in that cinnamon sugar that we made, and they look really good. So I'm going to show you how to do it. You just take a hot one and you roll it in the powdered sugar with your hand. You can also take a big spoon, sprinkle it over, and then just coat it until it's all coated, and then there you go. I'm going to do the rest of these, and then I'll be back to show you what they look like. This is what they look like. They're really delicious, and they're yummy. Okay, and they're just they're so good. They look so good. Okay, now to try my delicious pumpkin munchkin. For a change, not my brother's, but my grandpa!
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
What do you have?
I have special pumpkin munchkins with a delicious cinnamon sugar on top.
Can I try one?
Sure, here you go.
Oh, these are so delicious. They're great. Mmm. They are good.
I'm gonna make sure he takes some home. Thank you everybody for watching Amanda's Cooking Show, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you put a thumbs up and subscribe and put a comment down below what you want me to make next. Bye!
I'm going to eat them all the way home.
Delicious!